Before the UPS plane crash in Louisville, there were warnings, not just days or months before, but decades.
WDRB's Addie Shaney investigates the long history of problems tied to the plane that failed and why those warnings did not stop a deadly crash.
Oh my God, an airplane, UPS airplane just crashed. Well, you need to send everybody. Oh my God!
November 4th, 2025.
What's blowing up? It looks like hell.
There has been a plane crash either at or very near the airport.
UPS Flight 2976 took off from Louisville and crashed moments later, killing all 3 pilots on board.
I just hit the floor in the kitchen, just screaming.
The plane slammed into Grade A auto parts.
This is where they were actually standing when the plane crashed.
12 employees and customers on the ground were also killed.
She stood up for us, protected us, looked out for us.
She said, I love you, kissed me. She said, I'll be right back. That was it.
So how did this happen? And what is being done to make sure it never happens again?
Your loved ones are the reason we're here.
The job of the National Transportation Safety Board is to do just that. The NTSB held its investigative hearing into the crash here in Washington. WDRB was the only news outlet in the room the entire time. Since 2002, operators caught 10 fractures before takeoff on the same part that broke in the UPS crash. Only 4 were reported to the FAA.
Do you think FAA should have had the information that you had fractured races in 1, 2, 3, 4?
In 2008, 5? Boeing wrote a service letter about the part that failed, but did not require replacement and said it did not impact the safety of flight condition. But another document from 1 month later shows Boeing told a maintenance company the pylon must be removed and replaced before the plane flew again. UPS says it was kept in the dark.
If we would have known that at UPS, I think we would have asked a lot of different questions.
The warning stretched back even further. In 1979, the engine detached from another McDonnell Douglas plane in Chicago. 273 people died. It remains the deadliest plane crash in U.S. history. The MD-11 was supposed to be an improvement to the DC-10, the type of plane that went down in that crash.
How similar is the MD-11 to the DC-10?
Very similar.
Nearly 50 years ago, the NTSB held a hearing just like this one on that Chicago crash and made recommendations to improve safety that it says the FAA declined to follow.
That we would look at that recommendation differently in 2026 than we did in 1979.
Another focus for investigators. Boeing did not classify the impacted part as critical to a safe flight.
Justice delayed is justice denied.
Brad Cosgrove represents people who lost loved ones in the crash. He says that decision matters because classifying the part as critical would have required stricter inspections and more money.
This was one of the classic cases of Boeing putting profits over individual safety.
After the crash, UPS inspected its MD-11 fleet. It found the same problem on 3 other planes.
What's the next UPS crash? What if the next one occurs?
Boeing, UPS, and the FAA all acknowledged the same big issue. When safety problems are found, the aviation industry has to do a better job making sure the right people know.
UPS, are you confident that another accident would not occur?
No. We rely on the FAA and Boeing.
The crash took seconds.
People just didn't do their jobs and they should be held accountable.
But the warnings stretch back decades. And for the families of the 15 people killed,
she'll never be forgotten. She'll never be forgotten.
One question remains. Why wasn't something done sooner? Addie Shaney, WDRB News.